What's up, everybody? I am home, of course, on a Saturday, and it's cold and rainy outside. So I guess I'll just do some work. So I got the old to-do list all fired up. To-do list tasks over here, workout right here, food intake here, events over here, nothing. And then hourly work over here. So I started working around 2 p.m. Right now it's 3. So I fill out what I do right there. I'm putting some music on. Hopefully it doesn't get banned for copyright violation or something. I put the speaker way back there. Hopefully that helps. Let's crack a LaCroix. Get started. You're free to work along with me if you'd like. Leave comments, ask questions. The first time I'm doing it on YouTube Live, so see how this goes. I'll try to share my screen as much as I can for some of this. So I got this different angle right here that I can show my screen. Sometimes it's a little bit of private information on there, so I try not to share my screen all the time, but I try to let you see at least what's going on here. So I'll do my best to do that and go back and forth. Feel free to ask questions. Hey Sean, why do I prefer a manual day tracker? I prefer a manual day tracker. Whoops. I prefer a manual day tracker because what I can do is I can item here. So let's say I see this. The thing is, it sits on my desk all the time. So it just kind of sits here, and I can look at it at all times. Whereas a digital day tracker, I kind of have to look at a computer or a screen, and you have more of a chance to get interrupted. So this, I could just look at it. It won't distract me. I can't do anything with it. And the other thing I really like doing is I like scratching stuff off like that. There's something weird about just scratching it off that makes me feel like I actually did something. There is a video, YouTube AppSumo Neville to-do list. I'll post in the comments that I made about this. It's been written about a bunch, this specific style. I don't know how it exactly came about. There it is. I posted the link. Yeah, Vlog de Tromboni. You have an old video showing this method? That's right. I just posted that in the comments if you want to see it. You can type in to-do list, AppSumo, Neville, something along those lines. HubSpot wrote about it. And like thousands of people have started using it. And it's just like the way my to-do list evolved over time, it kept evolving and then it kind of stopped at this. So I think by like 2010 or 2012, I'd been using this method and it stayed the same. Like it hasn't changed much. Over the years, I started tracking like my food intake and stuff, but overall, pretty much the exact same method. All right. So right now I'm editing this post. I'm doing it in HTML just because I like to do it. I like the practice of writing in HTML. I feel like whenever you edit something in HTML, everything earns its pixels. Like in the visual editor, I can go through something real quick and just edit it just, on the spot. Kind of like this. Kind of like this. Whereas if I go into HTML, I have to like literally edit each of the bullet points and stuff myself. And for some reason, I think it makes the post a little bit better because I have to think very carefully about what I'm going to add or subtract or whatever. And so I like editing in HTML. It's a bit of a pain in the ass sometimes, but once you know it, I think it's pretty easy. There's not much HTML you have to learn for WordPress. It's just like unordered lists, ordered lists, boxes, so div classes, strong, underline. Like it's really not that hard. There's not that much. Breaks, NBSPs, these little markings. Hey, Oscar, do you do copywriting for everything or do you specialize in a particular niche? No, at first you do not specialize. In fact, I think we have a post about that. Let me find it for you. Copywriting course / copywriting questions. Here you go. I think right here. Copywriting questions niche. Yeah, here we go. Number 13. I'll post it here. So here's my thought on it. Whenever you're first starting, you do not niche down. I know that's a common thing, but from what I've seen, if you niche down too early, what happens is there's this whole other world out there that you don't know exists. So if at first you decide to just freelance, I think that's the key. First, decide to freelance in general. Maybe it's not copywriting. Maybe it's website design. I don't know. It could be a lot of different things you're good at. So I would first start freelancing and then see where the market dictates you. So for me, when I started writing, I didn't even know what copywriting was. It's just people liked my writing and they're like, hey, how do you write like that? And then I started studying it more. And it's clear that what people were paying me for was to help them write emails, sales, stuff like that. So the world steered me in that direction. I didn't say like, I'm going to start out as a copywriter. I think that would have been the wrong way to go. Instead, you want to just freelance in general, help people out, put your feelers out there at first, and then the world will guide you in a direction by telling you what you paid most for. So if most people are paying you far more for your website design skills than your copywriting, maybe you should go into website design. That's what I would say do at first. Hey, Rodrigo Brazane, do I revisit old posts and refresh them with some new content? Of course. I mean, if you're going to have a couple of big pieces of content, you got to go through and refresh them. That's it. They perform way better. I'll show you something real quick, Rodrigo. Let's see, copywriting course. I just updated this post. Home office setup. So I actually wrote this in October of 2019, before the whole COVID thing, right? And I just talked about my home office setup, what you're seeing right here, what you're seeing behind me over here, what you're seeing this way, etc. So I actually went and updated this post recently because I looked on my analytics. This post was up by something like 2,000%. And so it made sense to go and update it because there was a couple additions to my home office setup that I had that I didn't mention on here. So I actually went through and updated the post. I added some of this stuff, you know, like I added a lamp for extra oomph to the lighting. And then I added a video too. So I went through and made this video, I think yesterday or 2 days ago or something like that, and added a video. So anytime there's a popular post, yes, I want to make sure to go through and update it. So yes, you're correct. I think it's a great strategy. Vlog de trombone, coffee or tea for work. Vlog de trombone. Let me show you something. I did copywriting course, Caffeine. So I got really into you. So let me see, Caffeine calculator or something like that. Here we go. So I did this post on caffeine. And what I did in my initial research way back in the day was kind of looked at what the different levels of caffeine were. Hold on, let me turn this music down. What the different levels of caffeine were for different substances. So total caffeine, 80 milligrams, all that stuff. 5 Hour Energy had a lot more. So I was curious how much I could take without it killing me. And I realized that one thing I liked was caffeine pills. So these caffeine pills right here. Amazon caffeine pills ProLab, I think. I don't know why I go with this brand. It's just the one I found a long time ago and I used. These are pretty cool. So the reason I like caffeine pills is, one, it's a better caffeine delivery system. You get all the caffeine without any other crap. So I really like tea because you don't get a lot of crap along with it. But coffee, I love. But the problem is, like, it makes you go to the bathroom. It does all these weird things. And you're taking coffee beans and compressing them and then taking the liquid out of it. That doesn't seem like all that of a great caffeine delivery system just to get a little bit of caffeine. So I like caffeine pills. I feel like they give you a cleaner caffeine buzz. I think they're way better. My personal opinion. Sorry. Correction, not sorry. Live with it. Hey. Hey, Oscar, what exactly do you consider when writing pre-written email newsletters? I don't know what that means. Pre-written newsletters? I don't pre-write newsletters. I think you're talking about an autoresponder. Maybe clarify the question. I'll have you answer. Endow Publishing LLC, what are you working on right now? I put in the description what I'm working on. All this. What I'm specifically working on right now is an article about should new copywriters work for free. I'm going through and cleaning it up and editing it. So a writer, Mitch, wrote this. We went through, organized it. He wrote most of the content, and I'm going through and cleaning some of it up. So like this part right here, I think these are 2 useless lines. I don't think I need these here. So right now I'm going in there and changing that up. See how this emoji looks on the site. Will you benefit? That looks really good actually. So like right here, I feel like these are all kind of pushed together, and I want to make them all spread out like that. Whoop, like that, like that. So I'm going to go through in the HTML, give them a little bump between each. Copy this emoji in space. So copywriting portfolio. Class and all this stuff is important. Hey, Vlog the Trombone, what's the best music for work, auto playlist, or your choice? I hate picking out music, so I let Pandora. This is Pandora Boombox Station. I never pick out my own music to listen to. It's too distracting for me. Also, I think Pandora and YouTube Music have a better taste in music than I do. So I put on the type of music, which is some sort of like house type stuff usually, because it's not that distracting to me, and I let that chill in the background. I'll put like Dead Mouse Radio or something and just let it go. I don't touch it. Maybe skip a song every once in a while, but that's it. All right. So choose one. Pandora. To be honest, this is interesting. I like stream beats on Spotify. And how did you get your first high-paying client? Man, that was great. Okay, so if you're curious what I've been doing, I've been updating this post, and I'm going to publish it right now. Scheduled. Wait, why is it scheduled? Let me put it just for right now. 04/01/01. I think the problem is today's the... Oh, wait, we don't have anything scheduled for today. Let me just post it now. Okay, April 4th, publish. So if you want to see what I've been working on right now, I just edited a post in HTML, and you can check it out right on the blog. So should copywriters, what I just worked on, pushed it live. Feel free. So if you want to put a question there about working for free, we've been doing a whole thing on what's it called? We've been doing a whole section on freelancing because right now a lot of people are kind of screwed, the whole COVID stuff. So instead of doing some freelancing course or anything, I'm just putting out a lot of freelancing videos. So copywriting, you can go there and see all the recent videos. We're putting them in this playlist. So freelancing questions and answers. Hey, and we put a bunch of just my thoughts on freelancing and stuff like that. Because a lot of people are asking about that right now because a lot of people don't have jobs. So freelancing is a way to go and a way to hedge your bets against your current job in the future. So I would highly use it. What do you use to make sketches? Hey, we've already talked about all that stuff, Paul. I use a Tatsuya Sketches on my iPad over there and Photoshop. Simple. Let's see. So looks like on this part, when it's dumb to work for free, I feel like there's not enough information right here, so I'm going to add a little bit. So I'm going to put it right here, a box, waste of time. Hey, Paul, no worries. What do you make the sketches? Yeah, right now I'm not making a sketch, but it's just an iPad Pro. So Paul, check this out. It is, so here's an image I made last time. That's the last image I worked on. And then I just use this, types of US sketches. So I can write, sup, Paul. I don't know if you could actually see it. Oh yeah, I can. Sup, Paul. Oh wait, hold on. That's probably backwards because of this. There we go. See? Sup, Paul. There we go. It's holding up a thing. Pretty simple. And then I export this, I airdrop it over to my computer, and then Photoshop the rest. So I do sketches. So before there was no box over here, but when I reload this, theoretically there should be a yellow box right here. Let's see what happens. Yep, there it is. All right, cool. Best case scenario. Cool, that is done. All right, so as you can see, I just finished off editing that post. So that was, what the hell was that? Heh, you know what? I did not write that down on my to-do list. Post. Well, I still want to scratch it off, so I'm gonna go scratchy, 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 scratchy. Done. All right, so off the pages. Good. Added those. Swipe file. Questions. Descriptions for each video. A Quell course. Do you recommend buying Breakthrough Advertising by Eugene Schwartz? Yeah, you know, I have that book over here somewhere. Oh, here it goes. Oh no, you made me drop my my alligator. So I do have Breakthrough Advertising by Eugene Schwartz. I think it's a good book. I don't think it's the first book you read. I really do like some of these older books, although I do think some of them, you know, like this was made in 1966 and republished in 1984. Like, I think the world has changed a lot by then. The good thing about some of these older books is they focus on psychology, and your brain hasn't changed much in that time. The human brain has not changed in a long time, whereas the tactics and methods have changed. So I think some of these books are really interesting. And one thing I really like about this book, which to be honest, I found a little bit dry, a little boring, but is they talk about large scale advertising. So how to get like a whole country to smoke a certain cigarette, like this chapter. You could tell like this is kind of like old school stuff. But yeah, I think it's interesting. I think it's a little drier than some of the others. I honestly think, this one right here. I think these are better. Advertising Secrets of the Written Word, now called the Adweek Guide to Copywriting or something like that. Ogilvy on Advertising. I think this one, man, this is the one that you should probably buy. And then another one is Jay Abraham, famous business guy. He's written like 20-something books, but honestly, I feel like they're all just rehashes of this one. So I would say you get this one, Getting Everything You Can Out of All You've Got. Fantastic book. There's another one. If you want, it's like the book I wrote. I don't know why, but someone just recently bought like 200 copies from India for some reason. This is my little book. This book will teach you how to write better. In terms of if you want like a real quick and very, very cheap, I think it's like $5 on Amazon, guide to just getting a little bit better at copywriting. This is it. I think it's 48 pages total. Yeah, like the whole thing is 40. Look how thin it is compared to like these other books. But those are my book recommendations. Boron letters. Hey, Vlog de Tromboni. Oh, geez. I'm not going to go down a whole book right now. But I do have, if you want to see the boron letters, I write copy books and... Here we go. Those are under my bed. So Vlog de Tromboni, show your boron letters for us. In that video, I show you the whole thing. But I don't keep them in the office over here. I keep them under my bed. Because they don't look good in the bookcase because it's just loose leaf paper. So. No problem, Quell Horse. What's the name of your book? Name of my book? You go to copywritingcourse.com/book. It's called This Book Will Teach You How to Write Better. I think you could buy it right here. There we go. Hey, Paul, I posted the little link over there. All right, back to work. So right now what I'm going to do is post. So let me show you. Let me switch screens so you can see. There we go. So on Copywriting course, we have like a little free version of the Copywriting course. It's like a real primer just for like people to get started with. And previously what happens, it's Copywriting course / free Copywriting course. The problem with this is a lot of people were watching it, and we had these videos hosted on Wistia. Wistia is like a hosting platform for businesses. The problem is I go so far over my Wistia limit every month now that we were paying like $200 extra in bandwidth for these goddamn videos. And I was just like, they're public. So our private videos we host on Wistia, that's normal. But these public ones, I was like, why aren't we just putting them on YouTube? And so we recently re-uploaded them to YouTube. And so as you can see, if you click this, it's now a YouTube thing that we posted, I think, a few days ago. And so we switched everything over just for bandwidth reasons because so many people were just sucking up gigs and gigs and gigs of our hosting. Normally not a problem, but it was a lot. Hey, Sean DeRue, you gonna head out? No problem, bud. You like this format? Yeah, it's pretty fun. I'll try doing this more often. Andre, yeah, J. Abraham is a classic. So anyways, for this post, we started publishing these videos, and I hate watching older videos because I'm like, it's not good quality or whatever, but I'm just gonna start publishing these every day on YouTube to see what happens. So I'm gonna go through and schedule those right now. Yeah, Quell Course, YouTube will send your videos more traffic than Wistia. Absolutely. That's why normally for public videos, we always post them, but that was an old page. And I don't know, just I wasn't paying attention, and we apparently... Oh, I know why. We initially made this page hidden. That's why they were on Wistia. And then it's just like over time, I feel like the information has become a lot more free, right? So like back in the day, like hosting some videos and sharing those, you could like grab an email for those or charge for those. And I feel like now like there's so much good stuff on YouTube. It's just like I just put stuff out for free. So originally when we put some of those out, I think they were hidden videos, and now they're not. So I need to go schedule all those. Let's see. schedule starting tomorrow. You want to take a peek inside my analytics here? I don't give a crap. So if you want to see inside my YouTube studio, here's something kind of interesting. I just started monetizing the videos. If you want to know how much I made on videos? Let's see. Here we go. Analytics. I've made $17. Oh yeah. So I just started this. I didn't know that. I never really thought about monetizing my videos before. So here's the revenue thing. Let's see. Here we go. So I started March 9th. I made 13 cents. Yeah. And then it varied. I guess the highest day so far has been I made $2.32. And also, as of yesterday, I did not realize that all my videos were not monetized. I went through and had to click make sure they were. And then you could go in and select the different types of monetization. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go through and make these in order. That one's already public. Video 2, difference between selling and selling. Educating. So I'm just checking if that went public or not. Videos, uploads. Oh, I did. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go through all these videos and add descriptions, visibility. Let's do it. So tomorrow's April 5th. I already make a video about this? Oh yeah. So I'm gonna schedule this Ada video. It's an older one. I'll put it on here. Here, I'll answer some questions real quick. I wish Noah Kagan was in this chat room. Hey, I was just FaceTiming with Noah like 2 seconds ago. Maybe I'll get him on one of these and do it. Are you a computer person or pen and paper? Both. I think they both have their thing. For to-do lists, I'm strictly paper. I love this way better than computer. But for everything else, like organizing my notes and stuff, computer's just better. I can pull out my phone at any time. Can't really carry this everywhere, whereas I always have my phone. This pop-up video now on my screen. Haha. Hi, I have another question. Your video to use professional camera. Is it possible to start a YouTube taking on the camera on my iPhone? Hey, Denny. Yeah, of course. You could start out. Right now I use a professional camera. Here, wait. I'll show you what I use. Let me change. So right now there's a couple different cameras going. This is my, Denny, if you want to know, this is my professional Sony Alpha camera. It's not that professional, but it does cost, you know, a couple $100. So this is how the video comes out. You can like zoom in and stuff like that. You can make it look like real cool. See how like that blurry background works like that? We can do stuff along those lines. So this is like one of those fancy cameras. Then the other one I have is this one that's going. And this is just my normal, webcam camera. There's nothing special about this one. And this is how I've recorded most of my stuff. If you want it, here, let me see if I can turn this without screwing everything up here. So Denny, that's the camera that's going right now. That's the camera. This is the mic that I have on. If you're wondering how this whole thing is recorded. And there's like cables and crap that I'm trying to avoid screwing up too much over here. So let's put this back in position. If you want to see, Benny, if you want to see my whole setup, it's right here. I don't know if I talked about the cameras and stuff because I'm not one of those guys. Honestly, go on YouTube. There's like so many of these people that have like these really great channels. If you go to this post, you can see my whole lighting setup at least. Lighting setup. So that'll give you a tour of the office a little bit more. And I recently just posted a video on there that took you through all the lighting and stuff. But yeah, I have a Sony Alpha camera. Oh, what I actually did, in case y'all are, let me turn this music down a bit. In case you're curious, what I did for cameras are hard as shit to figure out. I mean, I've been using cameras forever, and I don't understand like these lenses and stuff. Like I bought these lenses, and this is like a, oh my god, I can't even I don't even know. A Sony 0.145, 1.84, whatever. Like, I don't know what any of these things mean. So I actually hired a guy off of YouTube and who talked about like setting up podcasts and stuff like that. So I hired that guy to tell me what to buy. Because I don't know crap about all these cameras and stuff. So I told him, I was like, look, I want it to have that cool effect where it's like, so if I get really close, I want the background to blur out. Like, I didn't know how to do that before. And now this camera just automatically does it. So I asked him what I need to buy without getting too professional, because he was just like, because you can definitely go down the rabbit hole with camera equipment, and it gets insane. It gets really expensive, and quite frankly, you don't need all that shit. Here, for example, this lens over here, I bought this lens and it costs like $400 something, and this is the cheap version. This is the one that makes that really cool bokeh effect, which is the blurry background. So I could kind of do it like this, like the background will get blurry. You see that? The problem is right now it's not blurry. So with this, you can blur it. And I thought like I'd be filming all my episodes like this. And I can actually show you how this turns out. YouTube/copywriting. So this video I'm about to pull up over here was one I filmed with this crazy lens. The problem was you have to stand so far back, and I have to use my wireless mic to use it, It's just more complexity. So it turns out I don't actually use this that much. I think it's this one. Yeah.
Hey, it's Neville here. Results.
So as you can see, can you all see this? Yes, you can. So here's my face, and then that was just recorded like by my kitchen or whatever. And you can see how blurry it is. But it turns out like I don't like filming that far away from the camera and having to set up the whole mic system, all that crap. So I don't even really use this lens that much. So I think you just need a really simple camera setup, Denny. I don't think you need anything fancy. Regular old webcam I think can go a long way, or a video camera. And there's so many videos on YouTube that talk about this stuff that know more than me. All right, so back to editing my videos. Oh shit, with this. I realize I may have screwed up here. Let me check in incognito if these videos still come up because I scheduled them. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, it does. Cool. Hey, vlog dude, Trumbo, can't put a link from video from Casey Neistat about filmmaking here? Sure. Casey Neistat is really good though. I don't know if I could be compared to him. His stuff's like top notch. I'll tell you, there's a funny thing I learned about creative people who do video. They are so into it. That's their craft, right? They're really into it. And I remember when I first hired a professional videographer for the first time, the guy, like, I was looking at the video and I was like, this is the best quality video I've ever seen of myself in my entire life. And he was like, no, the white balance is off and the lighting is different. And I'm like, dude, this is fine. Videographers are really into how the appearance and everything looks. I'm honestly like, so long as the audio is good and the video's okay, I'm pretty okay with it. I'm not that much of a stickler on like crazy high quality video. Like someone like Casey Neistat might be, so he's really good at it. Yeah, he does have like 100 cameras or something like that. I've got one. So I guess my iPhone and my camera. So I guess technically I have a couple more cameras if I want, but actual camera, just this one that you're looking at right now. So video right post from customer. Fuck! Ugh. Screwed all this up. Ugh. Fucked all this stuff up. I scheduled all these videos, and now on the free page, you can't view them. Okay, I'm just gonna make all these public right now. Shit. That was pretty stupid. Public. Those two should remain unlisted. All right. Now let's check that again. God damn it. That was a waste of time. Selling. Okay, now it works. Hey, Dominica, you got me hooked on Gary Halbert's stuff. Now I'm in great hands. Thanks to you. Yeah, awesome. Gary Halbert's dope. Kind of a weirdo, kind of a weird guy. I've heard stories from people who know him. He was like a manic depressive dude, but in terms of his teaching abilities, he was great. Gary Halbert letters, boron letters, good stuff. YouTube videos released, description. So I get to scratch all this stuff out. I'm done with this. Cool. Typing. Swipe file, add from phone file. Okay, so right now what I'm going to work on is I run swipefile.com also, and I've recently just changed this up a little bit so it's a little easier to see stuff, and I'm adding a couple of things on there for my desktop. So let's do that. Be back. 1 second. All right, let's see. There's some questions right here on blog site. Martin, hey. Quell course, poop, hi. Dominica, Gary Halbert, yes. Desles, can you smile and do hi, hi, hi for stream for me? Hi, 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 hi. Good. Do you still have your agent for TS7? Do you have your dropshipping business? House of Rave? Oh, no. I sold that in 2011. Good Lord, that was a long time ago. I think I've written about that extensively somewhere. How important is text copywriting when you have so much video and audio content? Quellhorst, how important is text copywriting? Well, the basics of those is text. So if you view a video, a lot of times there's a script. So that's text. My thing on that is this. Here, let me pull up a picture. I forgot what post this is in. Brain. Sorry, let me share my screen with you. Boop, boop. So, this is the way I think about copywriting. It's that copywriting is about going from one brain to another brain, right? And there's different ways to get information into a brain. So if I go, like you could tell I'm sad. I didn't use any words, but sad, right? So I just communicated something to you over the internet visually. I could also say, I'm sad, and then you'll know I'm sad. So there's multiple different ways to communicate. So there's text, there's images, there's videos, there's GIFs, which are like a hybrid of them. In the future, there'll be like virtual reality goggles or something where you can emulate an experience for someone. So whatever way is best at communicating an idea, I say that's the way you do it. That's why I spell copywriting with K's, because I don't care so much about the written word. A lot of copywriters will be like, the pen is the sword, etc. I'm just like, look, sure. Like, I mean, if this is the 1700s, the written word is pretty much the only way to get stuff out. But nowadays, you have a lot more options than that. And so I think text and writing text down is the basis of it all. But at the same time, like, if I'm talking about a complicated issue, I'd rather do it over video or audio rather than text. If it's a very rich subject, I'd say audio is better, and then a step above that is going to be video. Now, each of these platforms have their good and downsides, right? Audio is cool, but you can't show anything. Video is cool, but then they have to be paying attention. Text is cool, but then they have to read it. They have to know how to read. It has to be in their language. So each one has its pros and cons, yins and yangs, etc. I use all of the above. Whichever is the best one for the job, that's what I'll do. All right, next piece of work. Let's see. Typing practice, Gutenberg. Member queues. All right, so what I'm gonna do for my next trick, what I'm gonna do is, am I sharing my screen? Yep. So we have a members area that I go through over here, and there's like a big forum and everything. So people join one of these things and they get access inside the members area, and that's what I'm going to go answer all the questions for the next little while is. Let's see. So I just go through people who've commented and I edit their work or what I need. So this guy wants me to critique an ad for him, so I'm going to go do that now. This is a doctor fixing back pain, and he's asking for help with some content, some of their ads. This is a female wrestling channel page that someone wants me to look at. Huh. This is a funny page. It's a female wrestling league. So I hope it doesn't look like I'm looking at porn or something here. It probably does. Hey, Lily Rose, this is actually, you say, this is actually enjoyable? Thank you. Do you have a Spotify playlist? Nope. Pandora. I put on Deadmau Radio, Boombox Radio, basic stuff. I don't pay too much attention to the music. It's playing from my phone right now, over to a speaker, and I haven't touched it once. I don't know what's on. I don't keep track of it. Hey, Desles. I did it already. I said hi, ha ha into the camera before. So I already did it, and I gave you another one. That's two ha. Kailash Singh, hey. So in case you're wondering, hopefully you can see this. I turned my screen brightness down. There is an amount of privacy I want to keep for some of this stuff, or members area stuff. But I go through, so for example, there's a medical company asking me to revamp some pages. So 3 of us professional copywriters have gone through and revamped some parts in their page. And I'm literally rewriting a section of their page right now so they can redo the rest of that style. So that's, in case you're wondering what I'm doing right now. Hey, all right, so I just finished some of the members area questions. So I also finished adding some stuff to swipe file. I probably need to add more actually. I'm gonna look on my phone. I had some other things to add on my swipe file here. Let's see. Huh, maybe I didn't. Guess I finished all that. Swipe file. So as you can see from the beginning of this whole thing, I've crossed out most stuff. Oh, need to add 5 p.m. So in the beginning, I had this full page filled with stuff, and now this is swiped out. That is. I still need to do my workout, which is right here. It's 5:31 p.m. So I usually track my food intake over here. Sorry, I'll put this. I usually track my food intake here, and I have not eaten anything all day. It's 5:31 p.m. I've not consumed a single calorie. That's kind of it's kind of interesting. 5. Let's see what else to do here. Gutenberg typing practice. Asian squats. Yeah, I'm doing a post on that pretty soon. So, let's see. I'll answer some questions here. Cheesecake. What are your thoughts on AI algorithm, automated copy, and can we one up it? I wrote over here AI writer. I wrote my thoughts on that over here. Cheesecake. Funny name. Here, I'll show you. So, can a computer replace a writer? And I say, fuck yes, of course they can. Of course, but, hold on. So, here's what I talk about. Back in the 20s, okay? Like, back in the 20s, the new system that they were worried about replacing everyone was typewriters and stuff, right? So it used to be that if you're like this was high tech back in the day. Now this stuff is like so stupid compared to what we have right now, right? So every generation thinks that what they have is going to go obsolete, and it will, but it turns into something else. So for example, I talk about the circle of opportunity you had as a writer back in the day. So if you were a writer back in the day and you were like literally a typewriter, you would type up a piece of paper and then hand it off to someone else to go print it, who would hand it off to someone else to go deliver it hand to hand to someone like a newspaper or a magazine. So your circle of influence in the world was only about this big. It wasn't very big. You could only go, it's like literally limited by how far you could deliver a piece of paper. But now with the internet and stuff, these typewriter people are out of business. Like no one's typing on a typewriter. Printing presses are not printing paper and handing it to people. So back in the day, everyone's like, oh my God, that's all going out of business. Oh my God, it's going to change and we're all going to go out of jobs. No. In fact, it created far more jobs. And the reason is now one person with a freaking laptop or a phone can reach theoretically the whole world. I send text to my cousins in India. Just like that. That didn't used to happen 20 years ago. 40 years ago, it was just impossible. So your circle of influence has grown massively. And it also makes you do more work that you like. So before, only a certain amount of people would have these skills and technology to be this guy, to where you can write an article. Now anyone can write an article. I'm just a nobody, and I'm publishing articles that all these people are reading. So I previously wouldn't have had that chance. And you could also kind of like write from wherever you want in a more fun way than going into some office or something like that. So basically, my idea is that your circle of opportunity grows larger with that. And here's the thing. Will writing be automated? Based on what I follow in AI, creative writing will be the last thing to be automated. Not writing so much, but being super creative to where you're interesting. However, think about it. What's happening right here? Look at this. What are we doing right now? You and I'm in my home in Austin, Texas, quarantined right now. There's this fancy camera that's doing all sorts of crazy shit that's going through cable to my computer that's doing all sorts of processing crap so you can see the screen around me, and then sending it wirelessly to my router, which is going to the internet somehow. Now, all these things are automation. So you reading my website, this is automation. You looking at me right now, you're not looking at me. You're seeing a digital representation of me. I have automated myself to view you and whoever else is streaming right now, and then the future people who will view this broadcast. So this is automation right now. What's happening? But this is opening up a whole new circle of opportunity that previously was not possible. So will certain writing tasks be automated? Very simple ones already are. So like writing little headlines and stuff. But do you want to be the person writing a million different headlines for Home Depot ads? You know, Home Depot has like several million versions of their ads that are written by software. It's like, oh, you're looking for 1/4-inch screws? We have 1/4-inch screws. You're looking for 1/8-inch screws? We have 1/8-inch screws. There's software that automates all that stuff. So we get to move up the value chain. Like 20 years ago, someone traveling around the world and broadcasting their stuff to YouTube was like a ludicrous idea. Like showing the meals and watching themselves be eating at Michelin star restaurants. This was never considered a job. That was considered so stupid back then. But thanks to automation, we are allowed to do those very creative jobs now. So automation is a very good thing. And look, it's going to happen regardless. So look, if you look at automation as like, I want to try to stop it, you're just going to be on the poor side of things. But if you look at automation as saying like, how can I harness this to my benefit? Then you can actually grow a lot. So I have harnessed the shit out of automation. All these people, let's go to my analytics right now. Let's see how many people. So it's Saturday at 5:37 p.m. during a quarantine. This should theoretically be a very low traffic day, right? But let's look at the stuff. Oh, not that one. Let's look at copywriting course. I just changed all this stuff up. Hold on. I don't want you to see all this. 1 second. Here we go. Oh, all right. We'll switch you back. So right now, this is on copywriting course. There are 31 active users. That means 31 people are viewing my content right at this moment. 33 people now. That might be one of you or something like that. But all these people are viewing my content right now, and I'm not doing anything. I'm not writing the content they're looking at. I wrote it a long time ago. I am benefiting from automation right now that 30-something people are consuming what I wrote in the past. And I could be sleeping right now. I could be eating. I could do anything. And they're still going to read that. And all these people right now are watching my YouTube videos. And all these people right now are looking at my tweets. This is automation. That's what automation is. And if you utilize it correctly, you can use it dramatically to grow your own stuff. And if you fear it, then you'll probably be on the wrong side of history and just go down with it. So hope that answered your question. Practical Phil. Oh, wait. Bradford Caw. How do you keep the URL to your blog clean? I don't know. Google it, man. That's an easy question that could probably be Googled and answered better than I'm not sure what you're talking about here. So Practical Phil. Oh, I think you mean on WordPress like this. Copywritingcourse.com/can a computer AI replace a writer? It's called Pretty URLs. Type in WordPress Pretty URLs. You'll find the answer. Practical Phil. How do you manage multiple projects at a time? To-do list, bro. To-do lists. You gotta manage to-do lists. That's my answer. Cool. Let's get back to work over here. Okay, I gotta do my typing practice, so this might be boring as shit for you to watch. In case you don't know, I am relearning how to type because I chicken peck, and my progress is here. I've never broke past 46 word per minute is my new record right now, so I'm learning how to type numbers by. Let's see. Hey, Krista, you said, can we watch this later? Yeah, I'll probably post it. I think it automatically posts. Honestly, this is the first time I've done a YouTube live, so I have no idea how it works. I assume it records and posts it for later. So I think you should be able to watch it if you can't watch it now. This song is dope. Oh, Sophie Tucker? I love Sophie Tucker. Huh. Interesting. Cool song. Ah, fuck. Hey Phil, if the music is copyrighted, don't remember posting it. Yeah, that's a problem I've had. I don't know exactly how to get over that because I used to do these without the music in the background, but they're kind of boring to watch, creepy. That's what someone mentioned, and I agree. So I like to jam the music while I work sometimes. So I don't know exactly how to get over that issue. I'll try posting it, see what happens. I don't know. I definitely got slapped for copyright violation on Facebook the last time I did this. It would mute out whole parts of the video because I had copyrighted music on there playing in the background. So it posted the video, but parts of it were muted, which is an interesting workaround for Facebook, but I don't exactly know how to proceed moving forward. All right, then keyboard. So a lot of times for my typing practice, I realize I end up looking at the screen too much, so I put this little thing on. Put this little keyboard cover on so I can't see the keys. So it forces me to do it all by touch and no sight. C's I still fuck up on all the time for some reason. Using my middle finger to hit the C key is so weird. I'm so used to my ring finger or normal finger. Hey, Quellhorse, demonetize of copyright music. I don't think YouTube mutes it. Copyright-free songs. Huh? That's good. That's a good turn. Yeah, I don't care if I monetize or not. I wish the money would just. I wish they'd monetize, but then like send the money to the artist or something. I don't know if that could be cool. I don't know how to get over that problem. 32. So frustrating to type this slow. With this relearning to type the new way, it's just so... It's so weird how the numbers are. I've been slacking off a couple days on this, so that's probably why. But then it's weird. I just go through different sections. So if I type the wrong way, I can type decently fast. If I type the wrong way, see, this way I can kind of type all day without looking, and but I'll never get beyond like 80-ish words a minute on this. Definitely not over 100 this way. Fuck. Getting real sloppy right now. "69 words a minute." See, I'm moving my fingers really fast, but with the chicken peck type of, it's just, you're never gonna get that far with it ultimately. It works, but hey, Noah. Let's see. No, I see you. So, that down. Noah's here. Someone asked for Noah to be here. Well, he's in the comments right now. Let's see. Editing, experience, Gutenberg, atomic, blocks. So one thing I'm looking to do here is move my blog over to the Gutenberg editor. So I'm going to do it on Nevblog rather than. So right now, this is how Gutenberg looks. Whole new experience, just trying it out, playing around with it. See, this is the cool part about Gutenberg Editor. You can, it's like blocks. So kind of how I edit my Infusionsoft emails. It's like a block system like this, which is actually really nice. The only problem is the first version of Gutenberg sucked, so I never moved over to it. But now you can see this kind of stuff is pretty neat. Group. So this is a demo you can do. Whoa. Huh. What do you do here? Group, edit HTML. Block patterns. If I just add one here. Huh. This is kind of cool. Initially, this layout looks pretty confusing. That's what someone told me. This is a little weird, but I guess once you get used to it, it should be fine. Block manager. It's cool to have a demo on WordPress. Paragraph, common blocks, code, layout, widgets, beds. So the reason I'm going to do it on Nevblog, I don't know if you know, is my personal website that I've had forever. Which, by the way, I've been going back to like 2008 and looking at posts, seeing how I thought about the financial crisis then. It's kind of interesting. But this is just kind of like a playground for me, so I can edit this and it's not a big deal if I screw something up. With copywriting course, I'm a little more protective of it, so I don't want to screw anything up by just changing over to the Gutenberg editor right away. So I want to start installing it on here, let's see. I actually have settings, writing. Classic editor, block editor. Allow users to switch editor. So now on Nevblog, I should be able to post with the Gutenberg editor here. So screen options. Switch to block editor. Okay. Let's see how this. Whoa. Wow. It's freaking weird. Well, I guess the best way to learn. Noah, you're an idiot. I do. Me and Noah are trying to get to 100,000 subscribers each, and he's way ahead of me. If you go to YouTube/OKDork, you should just unsubscribe to him. Just kidding. 48,000. Ah, damn it. What am I at? YouTube/copywriting. 33,000. Damn. All right, back to the matter at hand. Gutenberg editor. So, Nevblog, I'm going to write. Switch to start to choose a block. So I'm gonna publish this live. Visibility, public, immediate, add tag, blah, blah, blah. And let's see on Nevblog how it turns out. First Gutenberg editor post, leave a comment. So I want to turn commenting and crap off. Where do I do that? Weird. Beavis. How do I turn off comments and shit here? Okay. Let's see. Words. Oh, it has a little counter here. That's neat. Add block. Color settings advanced. Document. Ah, here we go. Stick permanently. Categories. Tags. Discussion. Ah, so that's where it is. So update. So theoretically, the comments block should go away now. Okay. Let's see what else we can do with this. The fuck do I add something here? Click, stupid. Add block. Image. Oh, okay. Media library. I'm gonna post a picture of Donnie the dog. Let's see if I could caption this. Oh, this is a WordPress caption. Cool. Donnie the dog. Let's see how this looks live. Whoa. Picture's way too big. Let's learn how to make it smaller. Oh, can I just do this? Oh, sweet. It's pretty cool. How do I align center? There we go. Update. Hey, that's pretty cool. What else can you do? Edit image. Edit image, link. Insert before. What is that? All right. So now how do I start writing? That was pretty. Let's try to add more blocks to this post. All right, so I guess I add a start writing or choose a block. How do I delete a block? Oh, you can change what the block is. Image, heading, quote. Let's try a quote. Write citation, Neville Medora. Yeah. See how that looks. Update. Ugh, that looks horrible. Okay, I'll need to change up the CSS for that one. All right, so quote blocks. Large? Let's try that. Yeah. Okay, so that's going to require a little rejiggering. So we're going to add some text here. Looks terrible. Make another quote. block down here. Gallery. I wonder what a gallery looks like. I'm gonna go to the media library, put some goals on there. March goals, February goals. Let's see what it looks like. Create a new gallery, insert. Okay, it's not bad. Columns 3. Oh, that's pretty sweet. So you can just change it right like that. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. Let's see what it looks like live. Hey, cool. And each one, oh, you can move them around. Huh. Okay, it's not bad. Can I link them? This is a caption. How does it place it here? Oh, dope. That's really cool. How come I can't link this? Block, link. No. Edit as HTML, remove block, add to reusable blocks. Edit visually. April, and you have February. Make that first. March 2020 goals. Huh, so far this isn't as bad as I thought. This Gutenberg thing's pretty cool. Let's see. Okay, so I can't link images. There's gotta be a way. Oh, link to. Duh. Link to attachment page, media file. Oh, that's kind of dumb. It only links to the media file. So theoretically, if I reload this and click February 2020 goals, it'll let me link to the actual file in a new. Okay. Images, none. Yeah, it's the last. WordPress's last gallery feature was like that. Kind of sucked. Okay, interesting. Let's try some more blocks. Cover? What does that mean? Cover block. What the hell does that mean? Let's see what a cover block looks like. That's what it is? Looks like a mobile. Interesting. Gallery file, common blocks, formatting, code, classic, custom, table. It's a verse. This one is a verse block. I don't know what that means. Let's see what it does. Whoa, that looks horrible. Delete. comments. Huh. Spacer, page break, media text, separator, embeds. Oh, that's cool. You could just post a LinkedIn thing. So go to Instagram, go to my own. Let's see if I post this, embed, update. Hey, cool. Huh. All right. SoundCloud, Vimeo, Meetups, widgets, RSX, tag cloud, short code. So I'm gonna go add the Atomic Blocks plugin. Excuse me. All right, so I'm gonna edit this post now with Atomic Blocks installed. Collection of plugins. So this looks like just a bunch of extra blocks. Huh. Looks cool for like building a landing page or something. Whoa, look at these comments. Page is awesome. Noah, something about Vlog Dude Trombini. You're trying to have 1,000 subscribers. Well, keep going. I think instead of looking to get 1,000 subscribers, think about like what would draw people there to your blog. Noah's putting out content. Yeah, he is. Practical Phil. He is. I challenged him to 100,000. Noah loves a good challenge. Yeah, he is. Damn. Neville puts out amazing content. Oh, thanks. 15 ideas to work on Corona. Great video. Let's see. All right. Atomic Blocks. So I should have Atomic Blocks installed. What kind of block can I put? Most use. Atomic Blocks. Ooh, whoa, check this out now. Common blocks, atomic blocks, AB accordion. Oh, sick. You can do an accordion thing? This is number 1. Start writing. This is the info. Number 1. Update. See how it looks. Oh, cool. That is helpful. That's really cool. Number AB accordion. What can you put more? Group. Poisati, add another one. Atomic blocks, accordion. So there's number 2. Update. Wow, this will actually really help content. This is number 2. Oh, that's dope. Okay, cool. This is working better than I expected. Spacer, any notice? Smell bad. Update. Huh. That kind of clashes with my CSS a bit. It goes all the way. Huh, okay. So I'll have to edit that. See what else you can add. Let's use Toolbox. Call to action. Yikes. Remove block. Pricing. Oh, that's cool. Has an automatic pricing block. That's really neat. See how it works. Okay, so CSS is all jacky, but that's changeable. Profile box. Oh, neat. Image gallery. Layouts. Oh. So this is a good like page builder. For writing content, seems cool. Okay, well, I'm impressed. Update, if I write a new post, will it open in Gutenberg? No, good, it should open like that first. And I can switch it over to Gutenberg if I want. Okay. Well, so I got that done. So one of the last things on my to-do list was to go through the Gutenberg editor, 6 p.m. Gutenberg, with atomic blocks and learn how to use it. So I just did that. I installed, Gutenberg was already pre-installed. I actually have a plugin to not use Gutenberg because I don't like it as much. But I just used Gutenberg with the atomic blocks extension. Not bad, I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. If I was a beginner, I would definitely probably be using this. Yeah, practical fill looks cool for writing ultimate guide type posts. I agree. Here's the thing. Here's the problem. A lot of these things that it just did clashed with my CSS. This is a common complaint of WordPress. Like it looks all good and fine in the editor, but then you come here, like look at this. These quotes look like garbage. This cover block. The fuck is this? Like this is horrible looking. A verse that clearly did not work well with my theme. Embed of Instagram, that worked okay. That worked fine. This little accordion thing worked really well. Unfortunately, this call out worked almost, but I got to go in and set the margins differently. So I'll have to figure out how easy some of that stuff is. Let's see, border radius. Okay, so I could change it over here. Margin top. Let's see, left. Div, drag this down, maybe pad F1. Okay, so I could change the color, change the padding, div notice padding, border radius, solid 2. Take that down with, nope. That element style border color. Right, padding. Let's see. Ah, there we go. Nope, that didn't do it. Padding top. Padding right. Okay. So that's an overcomable thing, but for beginners, like there's no way they'll get this stuff. And these pricing features, like this is super cool, but look how the boxes look. Like, it's like garbage. I bet this works with the fresh install, but once again, WordPress, it's the greatest thing in the world and also pretty horrible. It's like you have one layer on top of the other on top of the other, and if this one wants to work well with this one, it has to work well with this one. So like, it's those weird things. But I'm pretty impressed. So it looks like I'll go through this year and try to modify all my content creation to be somewhat like this. I'll probably hold off for the whole year for copywriting course, but for Nevblog, I might move this over. This actually does let you do some cool stuff. The thing is, here's the problem I hate with some of these things. You get all excited that like, oh, you can add like accordion folders and stuff like that. But like on my recent content, like how many accordion folders am I using, right? I'm using them maybe on sales pages or something. So like for this post, like all we had was like some blocks. Like what would I change about this post knowing that I had Gutenberg and atomic blocks? See, that's the thing about some of this stuff. You get real sucked into it and it's fun and cool and the demo is awesome. But then like when you actually write, you realize like you use headlines, text, images, kind of that's it. I really like the Infusionsoft builder. I think that one's the absolute best I've ever seen. The Infusionsoft email builder. Practical fail, it looks cool for writing ultimate guide type posts, but I think it's time consuming for short blog posts. I think you're right. I think shorter blog posts and stuff like kind of do. We'll see. I do think this is the future though. As this gets better, I mean, this will definitely be the way. Like I had originally resisted the Infusionsoft builder, but once it got better and better, they started making it really clean. Like there's a lot of real weird quirks about it, but then like every time I use it, you could tell that they had cleaned up some of those quirks. And now I really love building emails inside of Infusionsoft. In case you're curious. Build an email. Yeah, in Infusionsoft you can build an email like this. So I have templates that I use. So I use this as my main template. It's just basically text block, image, nothing special. So I'm like, hey, this is an email, and then I can put an image in here. So let's say quarantine guy. Isn't this cool? And then you can also put buttons and crap in here. I actually really rarely do that. You could put spacers, which I use a lot, and then you can change the length of the spacer. So I actually think this Infusionsoft editor is really good. I mean, I'm obviously just not used to Gutenberg yet, so I'm probably complaining about it a little too much. But you could put whatever you want in here. Add some of this. This editor is 10 times better than it used to be. So it's a pleasure to use. I really like it. Then you can change the design around and stuff. Go like that, change the background color, whatever. So I think block editing kind of is the future. There's still some complaints with it. Very few though right now. So I'm a fan, and I think in the future this Gutenberg thing could be pretty cool. So interesting. All right, I think I'm done with my work. Gutenberg editor and atomic blocks. Take that out. And as you can see, I am done for the day, with the exception of practicing an Asian squat. I'm writing a post about this, about the Asian squat. So the Asian squat is where you squat down like a peasant, like that. And I realized, like, in India a long time ago, go there and, like, to be TMI, but you have to go to the bathroom using the Asian squat method. And I remember when you first get there, you actually realize you can't do the Asian squat that well. But then once you're there for a few days, like, you kind of like, oh, everything's loosened up. It's easier to get in that position. And what it does is it makes sure that your back is not too tight, your hip flexors are good, and then everything's stretched out. So you have like less back pain and stuff if you're able to do the Asian squat than if you're just sitting in a stupid chair all day. So I got to go practice that, because at the end of the month I want to be able to do the Asian squat and just hang out there leisurely. Right now I can hang out there, but it's more like kind of a stretch. I want to be able to just chill and hang out there like a Asian squat. In case you don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, like this dude. This dude's just totally relaxing, hanging out in the old Asian squat. Yeah, like that. So most people can't do that with their feet flat on the ground. Yep. So one thing, copywriting course handstand. The reason I like this is I remember I did this post about handstands, and when I was 25 years old, my keyboards were on the. I was typing all the time, and I started getting carpal tunnel, and I was like 25, 26. I thought that was way too young, and I just figured it would get worse. And around that time, I also learned how to do handstands. So, like there you can see in my old apartment, I practiced handstands. Fortunately, I had carpet, which made it easier. And I'm able to hold handstands real good. So, because I can do handstands so well, what I realized was my wrist, this is a carpal tunnel exercise, but when you're doing a handstand, your wrist is going like that. And so, So I basically got rid of carpal tunnel by accident from doing handstands. Because after about a month of doing handstands, I remember thinking, I was like, hey, whatever happened to that like constant pain I always had in my wrist? And it just went away, and I'm 37 now, and it just has never come back because I do handstands every once in a while. So yeah, I put 180 pounds of pressure. Well, I'm not 180 pounds more anymore. I'm at 174-ish. And you put all that pressure on your hands, and it just really stretches the hell out of this. Like you could feel it. And it stretches all that, whatever the carpal tunnel area is. And the pain just goes away. So I remember thinking, like, I get to do a fun exercise, and I have this benefit of keeping pain away. So the Asian squat is going to be one of my next posts about how to do like a fun exercise, but that also has this cascade of other benefits, like less back pain, and it just stretches everything down here out. So that'll be fun. All right, I think I'm done over here. Let's see, any more questions? Search for Thiago. Do you do to-do lists every day? Nikon 28. Yes, I do my to-do lists every single day. With the exception of maybe, like a weekend or something, but I even usually do them on weekends. So today I got to practice my Asian squat, and that's the last thing I need to do. That's my workout. So number 4, number 3, an Asian squat. And then here's where I track my food intake, but because I was hanging out with you fine people, I've not eaten all day. So it's 6:33 p.m., not a single calorie. That's intermittent fasting for you. Anyways, have a good one. Hope you liked this little COVID co-working. Subscribe to Copywriting course if you haven't. This is where I send most of my stuff out via email. So you can sign up right there. You can read my blog, all that kind of stuff. The other thing we have is, like, if you ever want to get access to me directly, we have the subscription area where inside you saw me earlier answering member questions, and I'll go and do more today. But we go inside and answer your questions. It has all the course materials that we have. Also, I'm in there all the time along with 2 other professional copywriters and all the other students, and we critique each other's copy. So a lot of times I'll just go ahead and rewrite a lot of it. So as you can see, today alone, there's all this stuff over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the stuff. Copywriting interviews. We've just revamped a lot of stuff for people critiquing this ad. But then all sorts of stuff in there today alone, and it's not even the end of the day. So if you ever want to get feedback directly from me, practice your copywriting in there and get critiques on how to change it. And then we do live office hours every other week. And now we're doing accountability calls every other week also. So there's a lot of activity going on inside, and you can check it out. So I'd love to have you in there. And you can also start an account and then pause it right away. So next month you won't get billed. And then you basically pay for what you get. So if you pay to use the copywriting course, you get everything. And then if you stop paying, you get nothing. So basically it's like a software where, in terms of if you ever want to start learning, you can stay on for a certain amount of months. The best thing is to just buy a year of access, and you can start it up whenever you want. So if you ever want to check that out, copywritingcourse.com/join if you're interested. And I hope you like this little co-working session, and I'll talk to you later.